Okay, alright everybody, look, I got another box. Right, okay, so what's inside this box? Well, there's a dash cam and it's got 3 cameras on it. 3! And then you plug another one in, which goes to the back. So that's 4. 4 cameras. So I'll put the name of the dash cam on the screen in front of me by here somewhere. Somewhere around here. It'll be somewhere by here. And what we'll do, we'll unbox this, have a look at it, and then after that, we'll bang it in the car. Okay then, so this is what they sent me all together. So let's unbox it, take it out and see what it's all about. Now, it says it's actually labelled on the front there. It says CPL filter and GPS cable. So there is like a round filter thing in there, which must be for the lens or something. I'm not quite sure. In this one, it says radar and hardwire kit. So in there is a radar and hardwire kit, which means I have to stick another thing on the windscreen as well. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff on the windscreen. And then we got the main unit here. Now I think there's a rear dash cam in there as well. So you've got the main, you can see from the picture there, when I take it out, you've got the main camera there. Then you've got these ones here. I'll take it out and show you. Let me just take it out and I'll show you. Let's get it out of the box. Let's get it out of there like that. Open it up. Come on, open up. Get open. It's taking a while to get open. Right, there we go. They've sent me a 64GB Lexar SD card. You've got the user manual, like that. Bosch. Let's take that out of there. Now, here's the camera itself. So let's take that out of there. You can see it's quite long. Now, the back of the camera. Now, let me show you there. Look, see these turn around. So you can either have them facing, I don't know, you can have them facing whichever way you want, I suppose. It's not 360 degrees because it can't turn that way. So it's like, you know, there to there, basically. You've got a nice big screen by there. Then if I turn that around that way, you can see you've got the main camera there. Now, I'm not sure if, let me just look at this packet here. Let me just see if that is something to do with that main camera. Let me get this out of here. I think that's something to do with that, the filter to go on that main camera. Possibly. It looks like it is to me. It looks like it just slots over the top of there. So, anyway, that's that bit there. So I'm waffling a bit now, aren't I? And then there's another box here. So we'll open up this box. The box within the box. And we'll pull it out by here. We've got accessories. So it looks like there's a US cable in there. USB cable. And some clips. There's a USB thing there. Maybe that's for... I'm not quite sure what that's for. Small it's for the SD card reader. We've got a mount. So we've got a mount there. Then we got, let's have a look in back in here. There's something else in here as well. There's quite a lot of stuff in there. So we've got a rear camera. And we've also got the car charger cable. If you want to use it with the car charger cable, if you want to use it with the radar hardwire kit, I think it's got to be hardwired, look, if you want to use the radar kit. And then I think it's a USB port on here somewhere, yeah. I think you hardwire this, sorry, it's not in frame, is it? Sorry. You hardwire this, and I think it's a USB cable to the main camera. So there we go. So that's everything that they sent me. So the mount slots onto the top there. Then you've got the GPS input, you've got the rear camera input, you've got the power input, you've got a reset button, and there we got the SD card. I don't know if you can see, I've actually put the SD card in. If I flip it up this way, like so, underneath there, you've got some buttons. Let's try and get it to focus. You can see there's a power menu, up and down, okay. And there's the buttons underneath. I can show you like that. There we go. So that's the buttons you'll see. So there you go. That's the unboxing of the dash cam. I think we'll get it inside the car now. It'll be some interesting footage, seeing the 3 cameras come up and see what kind of footage we can get pointing in different directions. So I think we better just get it in the car, plug it in and record some stuff. Right, okay. I've got the dash cam connected with it. Now, as you can see, there's going to be a lot of wires. So I've got this wire here is for the rear camera. This wire here is for the GPS. And this wire here is for the power. And this is coming from this radar device here, which I'm going to have to stick up on the windscreen as well. So there's a lot of things to stick on the windscreen. So I'm going to say there's a lot of stuff for this camera. Now, I've got this camera pointing towards me, this one going to the back of the interior. I got the rear camera at the back, and we got the front facing camera as well. So it's all going to be recording all that stuff at the same time. So I'll go for a ride in a minute, go for a drive in a minute, just to see what it's like. But I'm in the settings. Now, I had to go into the settings first of all and turn the Wi-Fi on that device there. I don't know if you can see that little blue thing there in the corner. I had to turn the Wi-Fi on so I could connect to the app. Now, you can do a lot of settings in here, but if you've got the camera over there, you can't see the settings. You can only see the settings if the camera was close to you. But I can't put it close to me in this car, because if I put it here, it'll be in my way of my eyesight, and I can't put it too close. It closest it can go is by there, because if I bring it any closer, that camera will be behind this mirror, if you know what I mean. So, you know, you've got to put it in a certain place. And it is quite big by there. It comes down quite low. So that will be sort of obscuring the passenger's view. The passenger's sitting here as well. So I'm trying to look at the positives and the negatives. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll jump in the passenger seat by here so we can look a little bit closer at that menu. Then we'll go on the phone, on my phone here. Let me just open the phone up. I have got it on the... Let me just put this back a second. I'll put this back to where is the app. I've got it on the app. Now, I'll show you in a second that you can go through each screen as well on the app. So we'll have a look at that in a second. Let me just get closer to this camera. Let me get close to that so you can have a peek of what it says on the actual display and the menu. Okay, so looking at the actual screen by here, you can see that it's got 4 things here. Now, this one here at the top where my finger's pointing is for the rear camera. So I'll just grab the rear camera. It's by here somewhere. I'll point it towards my face so you can see. Let's put it the right way around, like that. There we go. So you can see, look, I'm looking at that camera now. Oh, hey, okay. Right, so that is that rear camera there. So let's put that back down by there. Point it over that way for now. So let's have a look. We've got the on-off button by here. Let's hope it focuses. The on-off button is there. Then we've got the menu button, so we press that, and the menu button takes you into, you either got dash cam, playback, sound record, or settings. On sound record, if you go across like that to sound record and press OK, focus, like that, it'll stop the internal sound recording. If you press OK again, then it's back to that there. So I'll go across to settings, like that, I'll press OK. Then you've got Wi-Fi, you've got movie mode. I think IR LED is for nighttime, for the rear camera maybe, I'm not quite sure. Loop recording, G sensor, language, screensaver, clock, format card, and reset. If I press menu a second time, like that, then you've got GPS status. Let's have a quick look at the GPS status at the moment. Now, it won't be very good because I'm stuck behind this wall here. I got the GPS thing there. If I put it over here a bit more, maybe over there like that, it might go up a little bit more in a second. But because I'm by a wall, it'll still work because you've got 3 there. Because I'm by a wall, when I drive out to the driveway, more of these go up because I tried it. So that's the GPS signal. If you do have it plugged in, let's go to the back to the menu again, and you've got speed adjust, speed unit. If you go to the speed unit, you can change it from either off, kilometers an hour, or miles per hour. Let's press menu again. I'll take you back to the settings. Let's go back to the settings again. So there we go. So that's all the settings. Now, you can see here, I've showed you these cameras. Let's try and focus. They'll be pointing towards me, but you can have them facing wherever you want. Now, it does come with this unit here. Let me try and show you this. Try and get this in focus. And you can see that you can set it. You can set the top bit to how low you want your battery to go before the actual unit turns off. So if you set it to 12 volts, when the voltage in your car battery goes to 12 volts, this camera will no longer come on and do car park recording. Now, this is what the radar sensor is for. I don't know if you can see there. See these 1, 2, 3 things here? You can either have the radar off, you can have the radar, people come really close to the car, or you can have the radar set that people are a little bit further away. So there's the settings there, look, so you can change it on that little button there and across. So if anybody comes close to the car, I think it'll record for a minute, maybe, something like that, and then it'll switch off. So you've got to have this bit wired up. Now you can do the dash cam, you can do this dash cam without this bit if you want. It's not necessary, you can do it without it, but it'd be better to have this as well. And this has to be hardwired. So hardwired means you've got to have a constant live, an ignition live, and a negative. So this wire has 3 wires on it. So you've got to hardwire the dash cam if you want the car parking sensors, this sensor to work, this radar sensor type thing, or proximity sensor, I should say. I think it's probably called a proximity sensor. So there we go. So that's all the settings on this camera. Right, before I go for a drive, I got the app up on the screen, so I'll put it by the side of me somewhere. Now, this top button here, if I press it there like that, that'll cycle through to the next camera. So it'll show you one camera one by one. So let me just press that again. And it should go to the next camera, hopefully. It's not going to the next camera for some reason. Oh, when it's recording, it won't go to the next camera. So I think that's what it is. Anyway, so if I wasn't recording, that would cycle through the cameras and show me each camera one by one. So if I go to the settings, I can't go to the settings at the moment because it'll stop that recording and you won't be able to see me then. So you've got recorder storage, recorder settings, you've got either take a photo or either do recording. So let's go for a drive first. Let's just go for a drive and see what the quality is like before it gets dark. Right, okay, I assume that this is recording 4 channels at the same time. That's the assumption I'm making. So when I go back to the editing suite, I assume that I'll have 4 lots of videos. That's what I'm assuming anyway. So I'll go through them, I'll show them one by one. I'll show the front camera, I'll show the side camera, I'll show the camera pointing towards me, and I'll show the reverse camera. I'll flip that around the right way around in the editing suite. Now it is going to start to get dark soon, so bear that in mind. But the quality, it is still light at the moment, but just bear in mind that it's sunset time, okay? It's 4 o'clock and the date is the 21st of November. Right, okay then, so let's just drive down by here so you can see the quality of it. Now, I won't know the quality of it until I go back and put it in the editing suite. So like I said, I won't know until I start editing. But you can see it's got quite a lot of functions you can go through on the menu on the actual unit itself. And then it has got an app, so you can change a few things in the app as well. Now, if you did buy this camera, you wouldn't set it up like I got it set up. I've got it set up so it's a temporary setup. You'd have it so all the wires are tucked away. You'd have it, you know, all tucked away nice and tidy. Now, I would say that this would suit a bigger car or a van with a bigger windscreen, because it is quite a big unit and it is obscuring some of the windscreen. So just to say one more time, you've got the actual unit itself, you've got a GPS unit, then you've got the radar unit, and then you've got the rear camera as well. Now, they wanted me to talk about the parking sensor a little bit more. Now, the parking sensor is that thing there with the red light, and it's got 2 settings. Well, it's got 3 settings: off, radar in the middle, I have shown it to you, radar in the middle, or radar at the end, which is a bigger radar circumference, I suppose. But the thing is, as soon as I turn it on, now this is only powered via the battery, so when the car is turned off, if you've got it hardwired, it comes on. There's nobody in front of the car or anything. It just comes on and stays on and keeps recording. So I'm not quite sure what that radar is doing, other than just turning it on and recording. So it just records when the car's turned off. I don't know. That radar, unless the rain is picking up the rain coming down on the screen, I'm not quite sure. But as you can see, it's recording there, look. I've tried it loads of times. Nothing's moved in the car, and it just comes straight on and starts recording. So I don't know what's wrong with that. If the people who sent me this dash cam can answer that question in the comment section, how come when I turn that on there and it's only on the battery wire that it comes on and starts recording straight away? I thought it was a sensor that could detect movement. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. There you go then. That's my review of the A99 dash cam. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ahoy!